Chechen police detain 20 to track down gay victims' parents. So this is actually a bit of a follow-up from a news we reported on a few weeks ago about some gay men who had escaped Chechnya to Moscow, and then they were basically kidnapped by the police and returned to Chechnya. So, since 2017, activists have shared accounts of the wide-scale crackdown on the LGBT plus community in Chechnya. Ismail, Isayev, and Salekh Magamadov, two Chechnyan brothers, both gay, escaped from Chechnya to Russia in 2020 amid one of these crackdowns. But the brothers were captured by Russian security agents earlier in 2021 and forcibly returned to Chechnya. They stated that the government framed them with charges of terror-related offenses. The pair faces up to 15 years in prison. According to eyewitnesses, cops raided, oh, this is such a crazy word, Komsomolskoye, Urus-Martanovsky, and detained at least 20 of the brothers' relatives. Their mother accused Chechnya's deeply conservative leaders of fabricating the legal case against her children. Kremlin-appointed strongman Ramzan Kadyrov is the man behind these crackdowns. Kadyrov said in 2017, "We don't have gays, and if there are any, take them to Canada."
I just want to make one point about this, and aside from it being horrific and a human rights violations, I really would like to point out that when people are complaining about how in some countries, like Western countries or United States, how horrible things are for people or they don't have the freedoms, people are not coming to your parents' house and arresting them because you are gay, or because you were protesting, or because you wrote an article. That is what's going on in this country and a lot of other countries. People, they get to you by attacking your family. And this is horrific. Not only is it horrific for these young men, but it's a way of forcing compliance and submission, not just through the government, but through the families themselves telling people not to be who you are, not to say what you think, not to speak out against anything, because they themselves will be attacked. They'll lose their ability to work. They may not be able to live in a neighborhood. They may get thrown in jail. So it's a really horrible state-sponsored societal coercion.
Hey guys, before we get back to that video, YouTube has fully demonetized our channel for supposedly hateful and harmful conduct without telling us what we did wrong. If we get to 1,000 patrons, we will be able to keep paying all our team, our editors, our artists without ever having to worry about monetization again, which would be amazing. Yay! So please support Atheist Republic on Patreon. Link in the description below.
Yeah, and it's collective punishment, obviously. So their parents also fled Chechnya after the police forced their father to waive his right to counsel, according to the Russian LGBT plus network Meduza. Officers demanded to know the whereabouts of the parents so they can be dragged back to Chechnya. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. So again, this is just like in their attempt to just find the parents. They're going after 20 different people, right? Think about how extensive that is. And what is their crime? It's just being gay. And I don't know if people are aware, but there's been like horrific torture and public abuse of gay men in particular in Chechnya in fairly recent years, or it's gotten worse, a lot worse in recent years. It's basically what many people are calling a gay purge. That's like this stuff. I can't even like talk about what that people go through. It's really, really crazy. And these brothers had to flee through like underground tunnels, right? I don't think it was like literally underground tunnels, but like an underground railroad, right? Just to avoid like police torture. I think they actually were tortured. They escaped. They tried to go to Moscow or outside of Moscow, tried to be like relatively safer. And they were returned to where they're likely going to be tortured or imprisoned on like very sketchy charges.
Where are they right now?
They got kidnapped back to Chechnya by the police.
And this is the picture of the two brothers right now we're looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be in Chechnya being tortured right now as we speak for being gay.
Yeah.
What kind of torture we're talking about?
From what I remember, like electrodes
to genitals, crushing genitals.
And this is a
really
picture
bad
of them.
Beatings.
This is a picture of them in Russia?
No, this is a picture of them in Chechnya.
Okay.
In a detention center.
And imagine so they could be like right now as we speak, these two brothers that we're looking at, they could be right now as we speak being electrocuted for being gay, being tortured.
Yes.
And
imagine you and your brother have been arrested and by Russians and being deported, and you're in the process of being deported, knowing what awaits you on the other side, knowing what hellhole you're being sent back to.
And it's terrible for these guys, but also, and nowhere near the same kind of treatment, but there's 20 different people that can also have been beat up, jailed, threatened, all these things by the police simply for being in the same family, for giving birth to someone who happens to be gay, for knowing them, working with them. I mean, the arms of the state in this are just so far-reaching. It's affecting everyone, and they're purposely doing it like that so they can make the families and the societies control these people and or hurt them or beat them up or turn them in. And it's really heinous.
Yeah. Witnesses and those who have fled through underground tunnels have described how authorities bundle queer people into cars, throw them into police stations or facilities where they are electrocuted, abused, and starved. Police reportedly ensure their roundups do not end up by interrogating LGBTQ folks into revealing their identities of their partners or those who are closeted. So they also use this, of course, to out other people.
It also, I don't know which one is the worst torture. The fact that they're going to be being this abusive to you, or the fact that they're going to do this to your brother as well. Imagine if in this whole process, you did something that ended up resulting in this arrest. Like you made a mistake or a small miscalculation. And now because of your miscalculation, you realize that your brother is going to go through hell because of one thing that maybe you told somebody something and you shouldn't have. And imagine the mind torture that you have to go through, thinking that your brother is now going to suffer for so long because of something maybe you did wrong or something that you didn't do that you should have done. This is hell on earth.
Yeah. Oh, and I just want to make a correction. I actually don't, this is a picture of the brothers. I don't know where this was taken. I don't know when this was taken. I don't know if this is when they were outside of Moscow. I don't know if this was while they were in Chechnya. But I do know that they are in a detention center in Chechnya right now. But in regard to Ramzan Kadyrov's comment, if there are any gay people, take them to Canada. I'm sure Canada would love to have the gay Chechens.
Yeah. If you are a gay rights activist or any form of activist for that matter, Please do consider sharing this. Yeah, I think there's more people need to know about what happens in Chechnya when it comes to gay rights. All right.
Yeah, it's really crazy. And it's been going on for years now.
Hey guys, if you're a fan of blasphemy and sexy Kali, like me, then that means that you probably want more blasphemous art. Well, I have good news for you. If you subscribe to our newsletter, link in the description below, then you get a free booklet of some of the tastiest blasphemous art available today. So, if you want some of this delicious blasphemy, and we're so generous that we update it for you guys weekly for free, all you have to do is sign up for our newsletter below. You can also go to blasphemousart.com/ebook. That's blasphemousart.com/ebook. Sign up with your email, and you get free gifts of this tasty blasphemy. What could be better? So make sure you sign up. Link below.